Remind me a lot of the firecrackers when they were quite juvenile, quite juvenile. Hi guys, and welcome back to the Herd Wave and to this week's video. So as you can see, I am still in the old fish room. The new fish room is still underway, still under construction. Bad weather around here, so I kind of put a little bit spanner in the work, so to speak, and it kind of put us back slightly, especially because we are relying on a lot of friends and family to help us out in the actual build of it. So we are having to do it on days off when people are actually available to help us out. So it is taking a little bit longer than what it would do if I had a team to just come in and do it for me. It's something that is still a process, but it is taking slight time considering it was a whole building that needed to be built. It wasn't just renovating something into a fish room, it's the entire build that's taking place. So it is taking slightly longer than anticipated, but it still is going ahead. It's still happening. So that's why, if you were wondering why I haven't had a video, and you haven't seen a video, you haven't even seen any sneak peeks on it, it's because there's still nothing to say. It's a flaw. Yeah, I've got a flaw. There's a flaw down. The foundations, that's what you call them. Foundations is down, ready to go. But obviously that did take quite a while because we did need to, on the technical side of stuff, like, you know, you gotta level the thing, you gotta take up all of the grass that was there and then level it, and it's just so much more that I didn't know needed going into it. Good job I don't do anything like that. Yeah, so the whole prep process, I suppose you could say, is taking longer than the actual build itself. So it's all prepped and the floor's down. Like I say, foundations is down. And hopefully we should start with the outer building very, very soon. So I just thought I'd give you a really quick update on that and let you know what's actually going on with it. Just in case you're wondering, you know, haven't forgotten to inform you about the new fish room. So we are still in the old fish room, which is not looking great, if I'm being entirely honest with you guys. You know, it's not as squeaky clean as what I like it to be. The tanks are well maintained, you know, all the exterior is kind of like this, you know, things that happen. There's the coffee cup sitting down there after about a month ago, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be real about it. Okay, so there has been a lot going on lately, but I still want to show you it. I still want to show you the old fish room because it still is stopping a fish room. Some of the tanks are going out and it is going to be used as storage, but I'm going to have fry tanks in here as well. So it is going to be still used as a fish tank. It's not going to have the larger tanks in here. Those are going to go in the new fish room, and this is just going to be for fry tanks. So, and storage. Now I've got all that out of the way, I just thought I'd give you a little update on what's going on. Now let's get to the point of it, get to what you tuned in for, okay? Yeah, I've never showed these trophies before, even on my Tropheus tour I did of all my Tropheus. You can check that out if you haven't seen that. I slightly touched on them when I realised I hadn't showed you them. I kind of bypassed it a little bit and just showed you the, was it on the Tropheus tank or was it filtration? I think it was on filtration, tell lie. It was on the filtration video I did. I just kind of bypassed the actual tank itself and just went on to show you the filtration that was on it. So this is the first on this channel. We are going to see these for the first time. And this is really exciting to show you because these are super, super rare. And I know like other YouTubers say, my fish are super, super rare. These oh, okay. I'm not lying about it. There's like, if you try to Google any information, look in older books. If you're you know, a booker, I'm a booker myself. I have fish books and I like to go through fish books. So when I was trying to find you a little bit more information on these guys, there's sweet nothing. So all I got is to go off my experience and the person I got them off, who he did give me a lowdown on them. Basically, he told me a little bit more about them, and yeah, just a little bit care requirements, you know. But basically, if you were to want to research these kinds of trophies, I would probably say your best bet is to go for morai, those kind of care requirements, because they are morai, like Kalindi red morai. I would say if you were thinking of trying to get your hands on these, then I would look down the research route of morai. So these are the Kalindi, and these are Kalindi morai reds. And what I would say is, the thing about these is these are F1s. So the person that I got them off, he did have the wild group of them, and he obviously bred them, and the F1s are from that group. So when it comes to water parameters, I'm a little bit skeptical to not give advice on them, but because there is so little information on these guys, it is kind of a learning curve for me to have these types of fish. I think that's probably why I haven't shown them up until now, is because it is something that information that I always give to you guys, I always want it to be as accurate as possible. You know, I'm giving it off my own experience and what I've learned over the years, what I've known to be true over the years, and from other very experienced fish keepers in my little group I have. So I think that's probably why I've held off showing you guys these for so long, is because there is such little information about them. One of my breeding partners, he actually said something which really resonates to be true, because sometimes when you're going on about Tropheus and the hybrids and things like that, what he actually said was so funny, because he said, because there's no hybrids in the lakes, is there? It's like, yeah, that is so true, because clearly there is hybrids in the lakes. There are all the different variations of red. This is why morai is the biggest Tropheus group. Yeah, because in the 6 categories of Tropheus, you do have, I suppose the Bashadi is probably one of the more popular ones and one of the more well-known ones to be researched, and then you do have your black groups and things like that, and then there is obviously the other 4. And the morai is what, if you notice, those are a larger group than the other ones. There is sort of selected subspecies in each one, and the morai is the largest. Again, that is probably because they are all a sense of hybrids in a way. That's probably going to annoy people, probably, but they are hybrids. Morai group is, they're all then lighter colours, all the rainbows. You've got all these different coloured rainbows in there, and different subspecies of rainbows. They are different, just variations of the same fish as a hybrid. So I suppose what I'm trying to get at is these probably are some sort of a hybrid along the way. It's a fairly new species of Tropheus, like I say, there's not a lot of information on them, but when they get to adults, they are so flippin' beautiful. They are just like a ruby red colour. And that oh, I just love that colour. I absolutely adore that colour. It's just so fiery, so bright, so vibrant, and it's just like, and I can't wait until these guys are that colour, because at the moment they are juvenile still, and you can start to see their colours come in a little bit, but at the moment they are still pretty much like, they remind me a lot of the firecrackers when those were juvenile, like how they actually were. So you can see 1 or 2 of them are starting to colour up a little bit. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever showed you guys these, so this is pretty exciting. I'm really excited to share this, but like I say, at the same time I was a bit apprehensive because there isn't a lot of information about them, and I didn't want to show you these fish and have everybody want to rush out and get these types of fish, because they are really hard to get hold of. And like I said, there's not a lot of information on their care requirements out there if you wanted to obviously do your own research and cross-reference different types of advice out there. Like I said, the biggest bit of advice that I could give you is they are in the morai group. Just do as much research on morai fish as what you can. It is a large group, like I said, that is probably your best bet. So like I say, I'm not going to touch on it too much on care requirements, because I am a bit skeptical, especially with these being F1s. So when you're talking about water parameters, it is slightly different for wild caught fish and F1 fish. Obviously they are tank bred, so it's not like the wilds or anything like that, but erring on the side of caution I didn't want to be like, this is the water parameters that they need, because like with any fish, certain water parameters are not going to suit. Just, you know your fish better than anyone. If I was to give kind of a rough guide to pH, I would say 7.5 up to 9, which of course is questionable for tank bred fish, and again on chasing your pH. So it depends what kind of buffers you use to alter pH, if you use any. If you do use any sorts of chemicals, I would just again err on the side of caution with wild fish. F1's not so much, but I'm just being very overly cautious with these guys, I suppose. So the pH of these guys, these are sitting at 8.5, and that is steady all the time. Like I say, I don't chase my pH. I'm really lucky to have hard water, and I don't really need to do much to it. Just add in crushed coral to heighten my pH, and I'm ready to go. So I am kind of lucky that way, that I don't need to do much to my water to get it what is perfect for my fish. Like I say, the whole going up to 9 is questionable. I just wanted to give you a ballpark of what it would be. Temperature wise, we're talking about 25 to 27. Like I say, in the lakes it does get quite cold at night time, so it is quite a wide variant on that. As I always, try to keep it as stable as possible. But like with the day and night cycles with light, it is important to have day and night cycles with temperature as well, because it does help them regulate their body a little bit more and function in the correct way. Because you've got to remember, they are in a tank environment, they're not in the wild, but it still is built into them to appreciate it's getting dark, it's getting cooler, that's night time, it's getting warmer, it's getting hotter, that's daytime. You know, it's just it's built into them. It's not something that is going to be bred out of them, because that's it's natural for them, just the same as it is for humans. So with little information about these guys, the main way that you can tell that they are a morai is where they come from and where they are found. So they are found in Congo all the way to Zambia, and that's kind of that ballpark where you would find them. So again, that indicates that they would be morai. They do take on morai traits. Now, like I say, because morai are pretty easy going with other species of Tropheus, especially the morais basically. But what I would say is, I am not going to mix things with any, just to be erring on the side of caution. I don't want to risk putting them in with any other ones. Just because they are in that category doesn't mean that they necessarily will take on the same traits as what other morais will. So I'm just going to keep these guys separate. They're a lovely little brood. It's probably got about 2 dozen in here. I am really lucky to have these fish. As I've touched on before, my lighting situation in here isn't too grand at the moment. Just because they all keep failing on me at the same time. It's one by one, you know, they all just keep dying on me. So the fish still have a day and night cycle, which obviously is important, but at the moment I don't have any fancy lights on them to showcase how incredible these fish actually are, which is a bit of a bummer, but like I say, I'm working on it to get you guys so you can see these fish in a lot better quality. I think that regular fish keepers may encounter where your light fails and it starts to fade, you know, all these things, or as on this light here, it's only showing blue. You know, it's gone. The whole light bit is gone. So I've only put this on here just to give it a little bit more light. Because at the minute it's not enough one LED light, which isn't enough really to show you them. But I'm gonna give it my best shot. But yeah, this is real. This is what happens with fish keeping. Sometimes lights fail. Obviously in this fish room I do have external lights, which still keeps the day and night cycle going for these guys, and I don't have live plants in 90% of the tanks in here because it obviously doesn't work. So I don't need to have the lights for plants. And even if the plants I do have, they're really low light plants anyway. You know, they're pretty basic. It isn't really something that I kind of, plants isn't something that I would really like to give much advice on because I don't have that much experience with them. So it isn't something that I ever really like to try much on this channel. So just have basic low light, really easy care plants in some of the Shelley's tanks. that's about it. So yeah, so we don't need lights for plant growth. They are looking at me and thinking I'm gonna feed them. Nothing yet. So yeah, I'm going to try and show you the best. Like I say, bear in mind that light quality isn't brilliant at the moment. I thought I still haven't shown you these guys, and I really did want to share them before they get moved and show you them in this tank as they're quite small, because I don't even know when I'll get a chance to do another video on these guys. It'll probably be when they are in the other fish ring, and they're going to be a lot bigger there. So I wanted to show them as they are quite juvenile, show you the colours on them, and then we can obviously go and show the comparison at a later date on how bright red they can get to. So here we go, let's have a look at that. Guys, so that is it for another video. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing these beautiful Kalindi. It is a first on this channel. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to subscribe if you're not already. Click that notification bell, lets you know every time I upload a video. And with all that being said, don't forget to like, thumbs up, all that jazz, and I will catch you on my next one. Bye now. I wasn't recording that bit. Oh my god. And I'm super happy that I can actually share it with you guys. Finally. So here we go. Why is that splashing? Something's splashing.